All right, so getting on to the questions on the earnings call, Adam Jonas asked about vertical integration into mining. And Elon said, whatever the limiting factor is, we'll do it. If we have to go mine, we'll mine.
Next was Wells Fargo. They asked any update on full self-driving.
Elon said they're expecting full self-driving by the end of this year, where you almost never have to touch the vehicle controls. He said, we're pretty close to having enough nines that you could have no one in the car by the end of this year. Without question, he said, whatsoever in my mind next year. Safer than the average human next year. That's what he said. Big question about the IRA tax credit because the thresholds keep increasing each year. You have to have more and more American-made stuff in the car to get the credit. And the question was, are you going to be able to meet those limits? And Elon was very confident. He said, yes, we'll meet those thresholds.
Oppenheimer had a question. They said that basically Tesla's operating leverage is the lowest it's ever been.
Yeah, and basically Elon equated that to engineering. He said at a lot of companies, you just say, we spent $1 million on engineers, and then you can compare that to some other company that spent $1 million on engineers. He said, engineers are not generic. Dollars is not a good way to judge them. And then this really interesting comment from one of the guys on the call, I'm not sure who it was because it was so fast. They said, well, Optimus will change that. And you might be like, what is he talking about? When you spend money on capital to build something like a factory, there's a return on that investment, right? And so if you build a gigafactory and spend $1 billion, how much return on investment are you getting? They're saying not only are they good at it now and getting a lot of money out of those investments, but once you put Optimus into those investments, making those cars, your operating leverage gets even higher. So Elon said basically a nickel spent at Tesla is worth almost an infinite number of dollars that other companies spend on engineers. It just shows you how confident he is in his team. They commented on the fact that some of the prices of commodities like aluminum and steel are actually dropping about 17 to 20%. The container prices have dropped from $20,000 to send a container from China to here down to $3,600. But they did say that lithium is going up. And he made the point that Cathie Wood has been trying to make. He said that the Fed has been looking in the rearview mirror instead of out of the windshield. So basically, they keep looking at inflation going up, but he said those indexes have latency. Probably we'll see some cost reductions in 2023, and he'd be surprised if we didn't.
And then there was a question about a single superstructure?
Yeah, they wanted to know, should SpaceX and Tesla all combine into one giant super company? And Elon said, I'm not Warren Buffett. I'm not an investor. I'm an engineer. I work and design and develop products. So I don't think he wants to do just one giant company. There was a question about the 4680s. Have they worked out the kinks in production? It sounds to me like 2026 is when they're going to reach full production of that. It's not going to be anytime soon. It does take a while to work these kinks out, but they are exponentially working faster. Also, they mentioned their lithium refinery in Corpus Christi, Texas. I think we forget about this, but they're actually refining their own lithium. And Elon said, we see a path to a $70 per kilowatt hour cell before incentives. Remember how $100 per kilowatt hour was the magic price? If he's saying that we already have a path to get 30% lower than that, that is huge news.
That's massive news.
There was a question about the 4680s. Are they going into the Model Ys out of Austin? Are they going to the semi-trucks? Are they going to the Cybertrucks? And Elon said, at the moment, the semi-truck does not use 4680s yet. We are making some Model Ys with the 4680s out of Giga Texas. In fact, Drew Baglino, their VP of engineering, is driving one of those, and he's put about 10,000 miles on it without any problems. And then a cool question from William Stein. He said, what's the likelihood of commercial success for full self-driving, Dojo, and Optimus? And Elon said, 100% for FSD. We're almost there. Optimus, he thinks, extremely high chance of success given enough time. He said 100%. And then Dojo is the only one he wasn't sure about versus like NVIDIA. He said the jury's out. He said my team thinks they can do it, but we should know next year.
Wow.
Really honest answers.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for watching Now You Know Clips.
You can watch full episodes of Tesla Time News on Tuesdays and in-depths on Fridays. Just click the link down below and head over to the Now You Know channel.